Thanks. So I'll just give you a little overview of who Sustrans are, because some of you might not be aware of us. Okay, so it stands for Sustainable Transport, and we are the UK's leading sustainable transport charity, started back in the 1970s. Our headquarters is in Bristol, as Alistair mentioned, and originally we started by converting old railway lines into walking and cycle routes, but we've moved on an awful lot since those days. One of the things that Alistair and Bruce mentioned in their presentations, which I think is really important, is all about the sense of place and about it not just being about transport schemes completely separate from other areas like planning and housing development. That's something that Sustrans are trying as well with a project that we've got called Pocket Places for People, and there is actually a scheme running in Liverpool at the moment, in St Mary's Road in Garston, so you can look it up on Facebook or Twitter to find out what's going on there. And that is very much similar to the Hackney project and the Mini Holland project that was mentioned. It's all about trying out temporary measures to change the streetscape in what is quite like a run-down high street that used to be quite vibrant, to see what can be done to bring more people back there, make it a nicer environment for pedestrians and cyclists. So that is something that we are doing in Liverpool as well, just to make you all aware of that. The National Cycle Network has been mentioned a couple of times. Sustrans are behind the National Cycle Network. So we own a very small percentage of it. The vast majority of the National Cycle Network is on highway. The ideal, as was mentioned, is an 8 to 80-year-old being able to use that. Or the standard that we use is, would you let an unaccompanied 12-year-old ride on these routes? In some parts of Liverpool, perhaps, maybe. Otterspool Prom, the Liverpool Loop line, which are totally segregated from traffic. In other parts, I think there's quite a long way to go. We also have the problems of parking on our cycle routes that aren't mandatory, that it's not enforced, thus making them completely useless to certain cyclists. So that's something that's good to hear. It's not just us that have that problem, and it happens even on the cycle superhighways. We do a lot of work with Liverpool City Council and the other local authorities in Merseyside to try and improve the routes, to bring funding to the table. We've done recently the improvements on Princes Park roundabout that some of you may have used recently. We've done a route up in Everton as well. We're always looking with the council to see what potential new schemes there are. As with everybody, funding is an issue for us as well. We've had funding in the past from the Department for Transport and from the big lottery. We're in a similar position looking out for what the next opportunity is for that. But our priority is to make sure that routes go in which are continuous, which are safe, and which provide a useful link to people to get from their house to their employment, to their university, to their school in the safest possible way.